Alright, so I was very monotone when I was making this video, so I'm going to do a voiceover because that's more fun. Now behind me right here is the view of DC, a free way to see Washington DC from the top. Alright, so I went through security and then got on the elevator to the top. I believe this is the tallest building I've ever been to because I've never been to New York City or any other city with really tall buildings. Alright, so as the elevator doors opened, I was thrusted into the circle of views. So basically the way that the room works is that there's 360-degree views of the surrounding area, and then in the center there's room to do meetings and weddings and stuff like that, and there's also a little outdoor area I'll show you in a minute. Alright, starting off looking south, we have Reagan National Airport. This is the closest airport to Washington, D.C. It's just a few metro stops away from downtown D.C., so it's super easy to get to from the city itself. Right next to the airport is Arlington National Cemetery. Many of our former service members are buried here, and is a very popular tourist spot. It even has its own metro station. Looking east of the view of DC, you see very famous sites. You can see the Capitol Building, the Washington Monument, and the National Theater, also known as the Kennedy Center. This is the whole DC part of the view of DC. Alright, looking south is probably the least interesting of each way, but basically you can see Arlington, you can see Roslyn, and you can see a lot of development. This area has actually been hailed as one of the best urban parts of the United States because it's technically not in Washington, D.C., but it does feel urban. Tall buildings, access to metro, buses, lots of stuff around, lots of housing, lots of apartments, all that kind of stuff. It's safe, there's families in the area, the schools are pretty good, so it's actually one of the best parts of the U.S. to live in if you want to live in a urban area but not with most of the downsides that urban areas have. But that'll come at a cost. It's not cheap. Not even close to being cheap. There's also a little spot so we'll sit if you want to just chill. Definitely nicer for the warm days. It is 40 degrees today. It's actually not too cold up here, but not super great. You wouldn't want to sit up here for too long. Back here is Georgetown, the rich part of Washington, D.C. I actually went there in my previous video where I rode all of the transit in the city of Washington, D.C. Link is right up here, whichever side. This side? I don't know. The day I went was very desolate. I was the only one up there. The only other person up there with me was these window washers that I saw, and I believe this is the first time I've ever seen window washing up close. Very impressive job. I definitely could not do it. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen window washers in real life. Comment below, even with amazing pay, do you think you could ever do a job where you had to be this high up over a city, something like that? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to visit the view of DC yourself, you can take the orange, blue, or silver metro line to the Roslyn station. You walk right out. It's the first big building right on your right across the road. Super easy to find. Also, it's free. Second, right here are the times of day that it's open. It's not open 9 to 5 every single day, but here it is for your convenience. I hope you have a chance to go. Have a good day. Peace out.